first opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the New Orleans Saints. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. First carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down, Kamara. And right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara finding some room at midfield. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Lucky 56. Set. Detroit. Blue 90. Leopard. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone. Hot. Over. Hot.
They'll look to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 6 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
No. Check. Patriot.
He'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he gets it down to the 32. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Lucky 56. Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
All right, here we go. Blue landed. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit. Detroit. Leopard.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's caught outright by Graham. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Leopard. Leopard. Detroit. Detroit.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Adams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. The connection made, it's Graham. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Gone! Gone! Gone, gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Here we go. 56. Blue landed. Blue landed. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
throw here out of the gun. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Forbath out to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot. No. Check. Patriot.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
No, check. Patriot.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out.
Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Here we go. 3-19. No, check. 3-19.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And Graham's got it. Complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
No, check, Patriot! Gone! Let's go! 56!
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Looking deep for Demarius. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on second down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue landing.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Demario Davis there on the stop.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Gone! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39! All right, now, Lucky 56!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Hurry up, 319!
They'll set up a throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
Back 99 Philly, here we go! Gone! All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Now let's go! Blue landed! 6. Gone. No. Patriot. Hot.
Back to throw here. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Hot!
Now back to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to let it go. It's caught at the 10. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
And they pick up the 1st down on a 4th down play. I don't know if the defense relaxed because they thought maybe they'd stopped them on 3rd down, or if they just didn't protect the sticks very well. But, boy, that's a big-time pickup right there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Here we go now.
He's going to get it running right. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw here. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Packers add on to their lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Forbath out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Ooh, landed. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Here we go now. Lucky 56. Green, 39. Lucky 56. Green, 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hut!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The result, a first down as the quick slant gets him 14.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
They'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319. Hot. Hot.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Saints on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's got the hook up to John Brown to the right side. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Green, 39. Gun, gun.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's caught inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it.
All right, now, look at 56. All right, here we go.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And he missed it. It's no good. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Here we go now. 3-19. Gun. 3-19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Lucky 56. Set. Green 39. Green 39. Hot. Hot.
They're going to look to throw. And Adams has it complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Blue landed. Detroit. Blue landed. Detroit. Hot. Hot.
Back to throw. And some room to maneuver. And avoids the contact by sliding. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Hot.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. But he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Now let's go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Detroit. Detroit. All right, here we go. Detroit. 19. Watch him now, Barney. 19.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. That's going to be caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And it's 21-3. Forbath out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
Leopard! Leopard! Gun! 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 Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Going for the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 55 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
Watch him now, Barney.
They get it to him running left. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
Well, I don't even have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the fourth quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one, but I don't think they're built like that.
Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They run. It's Kamara. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Kamara on fourth and goal, unable to get in. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. A goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
Detroit! Over!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable second and 1.
Lucky 56. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Lucky 56. Detroit. Gone. Over. Watch him now, Barney.
He'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Gone! Detroit! Here we go. Detroit! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll set up a throw. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, well, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! Here we go now. Blue landed!
Back to throw here. And left side here, it's Graham. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that. But it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Gone!
Now back to throw. Flush to his right. It's caught outright by Graham. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Detroit! Here we go. 3:19.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's J.K. Scott now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. They've got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Green, 39. Green, 39. Over.
Looking to throw. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll look to throw here. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
He finds Beckham complete. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll drop the throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. They'll set up to throw. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
Gone! Detroit!
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Now, field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
Gone! Here we go now. Detroit! Green, 39! Detroit!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Jarrell Casey in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
Detroit! Detroit!
And they'll go on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. He'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A good pick up there of 20 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Demario Davis. Coming hard on the blitz, he dumps him for a loss of 8.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football.
Here we go.
Down he goes.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Forbath out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Now let's go. Check. Patriots.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Over. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now a desperation throw, and that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.